Hi. My husband trying to get me to be a fat ass because he bought some Chinese chicken wings. Yeah. I am. I'm fine. I can't hear. Your mic is off.
All right, so
Oh.
listen, everybody. This is StreamYard, which is um, uh, how I stream this on YouTube and also on on Facebook. So thank you for joining us, Marion. I'm so glad you got through. I hope everybody else gets through. I believe that even when you're on my I think that even if you're on the YouTube, I mean the Facebook, Bobby the Overtaker, you should be able to leave comments. I think you can leave, and I'll see them over here. So that's that. And if I'm talking, and you have something that you want, just put it in the comments, and I'll post it up here. And I'm going to post it up here if it's really something that I think is either mind blowing or really cute. So I thank y'all for being here. I don't know why this makes me more nervous than TikTok, but it just do. And I'm not really nervous. I'm sleepy. So anyway, and understand that there are no filters on this page. So you get all of this in this natural glory. I don't want to talk about it. So don't come for me.
So I don't know.
So just in case you don't know, this cute little pixie over here is Jenny. Jenny is my mentor for Bedroom Candy. I met her because I had questions for people with Bedroom Candy, and I couldn't get nobody to answer me. And Jenny answered all of my questions, and so now she's my little pixie, and I love her.
And I just thought you wanted to do a party, and then it just imploded into a whole other thing, and then it became just like a found bond and friendship. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, love. And this is how people meet family. I have never believed that family was just DNA. I've always believed that family was you made your own family. And if just in case we have scholars on here, I am biblically correct because Jesus told his own mama, "You can go home, take my brothers with you. I got things I got to do." And he sent her a little behind right on home, and he left. He found him 12 brothers. One of them was an ass. We'll talk about Judas another time. But he found you. Your family is who. When I tell you I can't stand Adonis, I cannot.
What he do now?
He on that to my who pooted. You know that's him. So I don't know how I can send, but Adonis will stay in the comments.
Hey,
but very soon, me and Adonis is going to be on here, and he's going to be my co-host. I just have to find. I know the perfect subject we'll be talking about. And though he's a comedian, when he's talking seriously, he's very intelligent. He's a very intelligent young man. But today we're gonna move on. So I have. It's bigger than I thought, and the air is going out of it. What we going? Don't talk to me, Jenny. Hush, because I'm talking. Because Jenny, at some point tonight, is going to explain to everybody on this app how her love triangle got a hole in it.
Look,
not right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain myself now.
Go ahead, Jenny.
I've had it for 4 years. So of course during parties and stuff, I let people try it.
First of all, you're not gonna blame that on people who cannot be on here to defend themselves. that's not what I'm not gonna let you do. I'm not gonna let you blame people. So we'll talk about that off camera because I need to know how you got this apparatus with a hole in it. So
Yeah.
it has a small hole in it. I already blew it up, and it's much bigger than I thought because I had not seen it in person. So we're going to talk about the love triangle, but I also want to talk about Jenny. Are you online? Let me. I want to be able to go over to Bedroom Candy too. So I'm going to make this into. Can y'all still see me?
Well, I can see you.
Okay, as long as everybody can still see me, I want you to because I want to be able to look at the shop, and I'm trying to figure out how to make this into two different screens. But either way, so I can see the prices and tell you what. So this little sling thing, Jenny's going to put the names of these things in the. So we're talking about the love triangle. She's going to put that in the comments. Can you write that, or are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
Okay, I'll just do it here.
I can go get my
No, don't go nowhere. Okay. What am I doing? Why does my stuff keep disappearing? Hold on. All right. So the first thing that well, not the first, but one of the things we're going to talk about is called the love triangle. And the other thing, if you want to follow online, I spelled it wrong, but don't tell nobody. It's triangle. Triangle.
I can go get my iPad, and so that way.
It's up to you. You don't have to leave. And then the other thing is this little happy doohickey here. What's this called, Jen? Is it called Let's Play? Yeah, Play With Me. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is the Play With Me. Why does this keep doing that? Y'all, I'm still working out the glitches in this thing because I'm just learning. I used to have a, I call him Mr. Engineer, but I don't have him no more. So I have to do it myself. So those are the two things. If you are online and you are on the website for Bedroom Candy, those are the two things that we're going to talk about tonight. And so I would like to dive deeper into what we were talking about last night. And I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to say it, and I want y'all to understand. Okay? If you're going to purchase adult toys, anything that you're going to bring into the bedroom, this looks very innocent. You see what I'm saying? It looks very innocent. It's just a sling.
Oh, I got one of those.
Yeah, you sent the bag. It's in the car, but it was empty. But I have one of those. I'm make sure you get your bag back.
The bag was for the triangle.
Well, I don't know how I'm gonna fit that back in there. Good luck with that. So this looks very innocent. But this is the thing, and I really, really want you to understand this. Before you spend hundreds of dollars trying to purchase and purchasing these because they are enhancements for you and your partner. Okay, they're not saying that he's not doing his job, and it's not to say that she is not doing her job. It is just something you're bringing in like 3 or 4 or 5 years of marriage, and you just trying to add a little spice to what you already have, because obviously it's been good that long. So but before you do that, you want to have a conversation with the person that you're with, whether it is a lifetime partner, or it's your every 2-week buddy, or it's it do look and if you want to do whatever kind of partner is going to be, you need to have a conversation with that person. Because everybody brings in their own baggage, and and you can live with somebody your entire life and think you know them, and you're never going to know every single thing about a person. And a lot of things that you don't know about a person is because sometimes those situations don't come up. You understand? Like you know what they like to eat, because that situation comes up every day. Y'all eat every day. Mm-hmm. You know what their favorite color is because they'll wear that color all the time. It's a situation that comes up. But I promise you, talking about a butt plug is not something that's is not a conversation that's going to come up every day. Talking about inserting a foreign object into the vagina of that's not a subject you have while you're eating Sunday dinner. You feel me? So when it comes down to these things, because it's not something that you would talk about just normally through like one of the everyday things, you need to talk to them, because a very large percentage of men do not like, especially men who have not grown up with either another man or a woman in their life that teaches them things. Because I don't want to say somebody who just uneducated, because a lot of times people think of these things and they think of porn and or they think of some nasty woman or some nasty man and all that, and it really isn't about that. It's really actually not about the toy. It's really about the trust that you have in that other person. You understand? Because a lot of these things that you're using on another person. So they have to really trust you. They have to really trust that you're not going to judge them, for one thing. They're going to trust that you're not going to put their business out in the street and all that other stuff. And so it really is really about trust, but it's also about giving pleasure to the person that you're with and thinking of different ways to give them physical satisfaction. Because you already gave them the 15-carat ring. You already gave them the Bentley. You already gave them the house. You gave them the cute kids. You gave them all of that. And so now you want to show them in the most intimate way that you care about the fact that they find pleasure in whatever you're doing. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing about buying these things is no, you need to buy something you ain't gonna use. I mean, why are you buying butt plugs if you don't do anal? You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Why are you?
Go ahead. My booty is sacred.
You see what I'm saying? And she and Jenny saying that. Understand that there are some people who think the complete opposite, because they'll do it because that's their thing. And so because people, I don't care what color they are, people are a monolith, are not a monolith. They don't all think alike. You have to find the nuance and the right thing for your partner. Okay? Because you have to and in order for you to do that, this is not like when you go to Costco and you just start taking samples. You can't sample this stuff. You can't. You have to talk to them and figure out what they like and don't like. And if they don't even want to broach the conversation, then you might as well leave it alone. Trying to force them to do this is going to be detrimental to your relationship, and it's going to mess up things in their head about how you feel about them in the most intimate way possible. So that's the other thing about these things right here. We not just on here trying to take your money and sell toys and giving you a knee brace as Mr. Adonis so eloquently put it. We are trying to help you sustain your relationships, and you can sustain your relationships by not eating saltine crackers all day. Every now and then you can put some peanut butter on them. Every now and then you switch to Oreos. Every now and then you get real fancy and you get you some Pepperidge Farm. You feel me? And so you want
some club crackers.
Yeah, you feel me? You want to get them good club crackers that they have with Captain D's, because they freaking delicious. And so that's how you want to do with your marriage. You don't want to eat the same thing every night for 15 years. You want variety. You want to put some sauce on your steak. You don't want a plain steak. You want some sauce. And sometimes you want A1. Sometimes you want Worcestershire. Sometimes you want Heinz 57. But that's how you should treat the new and different things that you want to do with your partner. Another thing is, all of these things are not just meant for you're just gonna jump into it. You need to understand so you need to understand what foreplay is. Okay, so we're gonna touch on that a little bit now. So foreplay is is before everything, is pre-sex. It's foreplay. And you and what you do in your foreplay is totally up to you. And it should be up to their partner because you should know what they like and don't like. Bad foreplay will mess up the entire experience. The way you start this off is either going to tell you you're going to take the stairway to heaven or you're going to take the sliding board to hell. Your foreplay is going to pick which way you're going to go. Okay, so foreplay, and I always use myself as an experience because I know me. So in my mind, because I know that I am like most women, I'm emotional. I go off my emotions. I go off my gut feeling. I go off how I felt when I woke up this morning. And so when I was trying to teach Anton, he failed miserably at first but when we first met, he didn't want to hear nothing I said because he thought I was just bougie, and that's not how real life happened. Anton got a lot of his experience from watching TV. So his thing is, if you have an argument and y'all have sex, y'all done made up. You ain't got to talk about it no more. You feel me?
The makeup sex.
Yeah, and he feel like, well, we ain't got to talk about it no more because we had sex. Why you still bringing that up? You forgave me, and I had to teach him, bruh. No, I just like you, and I wanted it. So now we need to talk about what we did before that. But honey, that's a whole other thing. So foreplay for women is you have to start if you want it that night. Even if you just got it that morning and you on your way to work and you say, I want to do that one more time, you have to start with her in the morning. So this is what I did. This is my husband when we were married. When I knew that I wanted it, and because I was not who I was then is not who I am now. You wouldn't even recognize me back then because I was so quiet. That's funny, isn't it? I was quiet, very introverted, and very, very, very shy. And so I didn't just go to my husband and ask him, because now I do. With Anton, I just asked. But with him, I didn't ask. I showed him what I wanted by my actions of that day. So I would write little notes while he was sleeping. And then while he was still sleeping, I would put a note in his shoe. I put a note in the pocket of his uniform. I put a note in the pocket of his pants. I would put a note out in the car. And all these notes would say something different. He was raunchy nasty. And you have different types of nasty. You have very, I call white bread, clean cut nasty, and it's just proper. You don't say nothing out the way. And then you have raunchy nasty, and that's my husband. You don't use ain't no filter. You say what you're gonna say. If it's the F word, you drop the F bomb all you want to, because that's kind of nasty he was. And so I would leave little notes that were so X-rated till honey. And then I would text him all day. My husband would come home running because I didn't give him a chance to think about nobody else. And when I stopped doing that is when the trouble and the problems came in, because he had gotten so used to the attention, that when I dropped the attention from him and focused more on, okay, I want to get pregnant now. It's time for us to move out this apartment. And I was focusing on making our life different. It didn't work, because that's not what he wanted. What he wanted was what I was giving him. And he didn't want nothing else. He didn't want to know how smart I was. And this is before I went to college. He didn't care about none of that. I was giving him what he wanted. And when I stopped, he said he sought attention elsewhere. So, but back to so foreplay is something that you do before you decide because foreplay is not you standing in the bathroom, in the bathroom doorway in boxer shorts with that little tint in the front because you happy, and cowboy boots. Because I promise you that's not what's going to turn her on. And some men think all I got to do is walk into the room. All I got to do is walk into the room and she's going to, and she ready. And it's not like that. And when you get ready to do that and she's still not wet enough, and she's still not wet enough to take you in, that's a problem, bruh. What was you doing? And the idea that you would continue to have sex with a person whose body is not physically ready to accept you bothers me a lot. it bothers me. But most men will, because they think, okay, I'll just keep doing this, and as long as I do this, by the time I get ready to finish, she'll be wet. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, because you're not thinking about the pain that she going through or the rash you about to get. Because you feel me, Jenny?
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't take out that few minutes just to make sure she was, and you ain't even got to do nothing. All you got to do is say that thing. She like, listen, I was driving in the car today, and Anton was talking to whatever, and I was like, okay, man, whatever. And he said my name, and I forgot what I had to say, because it was, yes, girl, because it was how he said it. Huh?
Little kisses up on the neck.
Yeah, just little things. That's just little stuff. And he said my name, and I forgot everything that I wanted to say went out my head, because he knows that there's a certain way he say my name. Listen, did I dribble a little bit? Because I thought, because honey, it's just a certain way he say my name, and he's the only one that I know now that calls me by my real name, because he thinks calling me by my real name, which is my first and middle name. Okay, so we told each other that we would give each other nicknames. So I call him Sugar Bear, or I call him Sugar Bear, and he decided that my first and middle name was sexy to him. I got the whitest white girl I got the whitest white girl name in the world. But he likes calling me that.
What's your middle name?
You're not gonna know.
Okay.
Ever. You know. I was terrorized by that name in school. There's a song written about my name, and I had to listen to it my entire high school year.
You think I got you beat a little bit?
Tell you, because
Jennifer Allison. How about that?
Who?
Jennifer Allison.
Yeah, that's you got a white girl. Yeah, you got a white. You can get a job anywhere you want to.
My husband calls me Allie, though. He called me that from day one.
Yeah.
Because I told him I didn't like my middle name. So he said, I'm going to call you Allie from now on. So
Anton would not call me Bobby, because he said he in jail, or he refused to say I love you, Bobby, because he said, I can understand. Yeah, I can understand it too. He said, I'm not calling you that. But he don't like it anyway, because he says it's too. Adonis got my whole comment section lit up.
What he talking about?
Everything, and I don't want to talk about you, because he irritated my spirit. So you have to understand that foreplay is not something that you should skip ever. Because the only people that like quickies are men. That period. Because a woman has to clear her calendar up here in order to get ready to make sure that she has the orgasm that she wants to have. She has to clear her calendar up here. And if you talk about a quickie, I promise you she'll do it with you, but she's not going to be as happy as you are. Because listen, if you know your stroke number, your stroke count, that quickie only going to be good for you. Because she ain't counting, she trying to figure out how fast you're gonna finish, because she was just thinking about when she gotta do the laundry. If you don't get us to clear our heads and only focus on you, then that quickie is only good for you. And listen, I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. It's me. When I loved my husband, if he wanted to come home because he used to drive a beer truck, if he wanted to come home real quick before his next run, come on and go. But understand, I'm just gonna be here for you to do whatever you gotta do, because I love you. But I'm not gonna. Women just don't work like that. We have so many more things to think about that it's harder for us to clear our minds. You understand? And I'm not saying men don't have a lot of things to think about, but once a man gets home, be honest. Once a man gets home, what do you think? What else he got to think about? Because his wife takes over. She's dealing with the children. She doing the laundry. She doing the clothes. Only thing you got to figure out is what cologne you're going to put on when you got to shower. We are always trying to nurture or get something together and all that in the house all the time. When y'all sleeping, we thinking what we're going to get for breakfast the next morning. What's for dinner? What's for lunch? Did I iron his shirt? Did I? Listen, and I'm not bashing men at all, but understand that we have more of a responsibility of whatever is going on in the house. Well, we used to. I don't know who these girls is now because they want him, because she worked too. She wants him to cook, clean, everything with her because she says she's not going to be nobody maid. And I don't know whatever. And they're even now, I saw a podcast where women were saying, a woman said, it was a TikTok, and she said, y'all idolize y'all mama, talking about she was strong and she held down 3 jobs, but your mama was a victim. And I said, bitch, my mama wasn't a victim of anything. Yeah, my mama was a victim. She was a victim of misogyny. And my mama was a victim of my dad making her do this. And my mama shouldn't have had to work 2 or 3 jobs. My mama wasn't a victim. My mama loved my daddy and she took care of children. But these are the thoughts that women are having now. I heard another woman say she's not going to have no children and she don't need no man because she is her own legacy. And I'm thinking to myself, do you not understand what legacy is? Legacy is what you leave. But you ain't going to leave nothing but some dust because you don't have to have children to have a legacy, but you telling me you don't want everything about you. Everything is about you. It's your legacy. And so it's weird, and I'm getting off topic, but that's the thing. So you cannot forget about foreplay, right? Because it's so important to start off on the right foot, and foreplay is your blueprint to how it's going to end. Because if she's not even into your foreplay, you might as well hang it up because you already starting off on the wrong foot. So if you know that you about to get some and you in the foreplay and all that, make sure you understand what she likes and what she doesn't like. Just like she should understand what you like and what you don't like. If you don't like kissing, then trying to force you to do so is just a turn off. If you don't like, I know most men, majority, 98.5% of men do not like you to touch their ass. Don't put your hand nowhere near that because it's a turn off. Now, I'm going to take that number back because we in 2023 and you have men out here with the fingernail polish with designs on it. You got men now who wear makeup and weave and then sit, and they'll tell you straight up that they see, this is my thing. I don't mind the weave, but the fingernail polish and the makeup bothers me. And that's just my personal opinion. The fingernail polish and the fingernail designs and that little bag that looks like a pocketbook, and they say it's not, it's a man bag. Yep. That bothers me. Some of the things that they're doing, and they try to change the name, the pants, the whatever you call them, straight leg, they're jeggings. They just bother me. That's just my personal opinion, but I'll leave that alone too. So make sure you know what your man like and don't like, because he might like it. I met this guy, this is before Anton. He was a truck driver, and that night I did not want to go to bed feeling the way I felt all day, because if I did, I was going to be took a hostage. So I had been talking to him on and off for about since I started driving truck, maybe about a year, because I called him. I knew he was a truck driver. He's my friend on Facebook, and I called him when I had questions about some of the paperwork on the road and all that. Big dude, good looking dude. I had never spoken to him on the phone. If I had spoken to him on the phone first, I would have realized how dumb that nigga.
Yep. Don't do it.
I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
I would have realized how dumb he was, because the way he wrote, the way he typed on whatever he was doing was not how he really was up here. He just was a person that regurgitated whatever. And I thought he was smart, but he wasn't. Because after that, initially meeting him. So we were going to meet at the Walmart up here in Somerville. So we met up there, parked our trucks or whatever. And I went to my godmom's house, took a shower, came back. And he was in his truck or whatever. So we get in his truck and we're talking. And I'm listening to him. And I'm thinking to myself, this ain't the same person.
Mm-hmm.
And the more he talked, the drier Suge got. She was not going to cooperate.
Nope.
And so then I said, oh, okay. Because I like touching me. So I said, let me give you a massage. I said, I'm going to go into my truck. And this is my bedroom can. I had some massage. I said, I'm going to give you a massage. Give a massage. So he come back. He's laying down. He only has on his boxers and socks. And I'm good looking dude. And I'm giving him a massage. And he started. I said, no, don't talk. I literally said that because I didn't want him to talk to me no more. I said, don't talk. Just let me rub his back. I had bought a candle back and everything. Just giving him whatever. So I finished the massage and he goes, oh, so you're not going to do right here? And he's touching his ass. I'm thinking to myself, oh, you wanted me to do like a full body massage? And I was like, oh, okay.
And like just to, grab on the.
So I do the massage. I done went to school for this. I went to school. I have a degree in aesthetics, so I'm doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's time in my head. It's time to get down to business because I didn't come in here to have. I don't want you to be my friend. I just wanted what you was advertising over this phone or when we was texting each other.
Okay. Yep.
Girl, when this big Willy Wonka looking buffoon turned over after all that rubbing I did, he wasn't even semi. And so I said, what's wrong? You okay? And you know me, I'm stupid. I'm like, you a diabetic, bro? You need me to do you take your insulin? So I don't know. So then he goes, oh no, I was halfway asleep. He said, go ahead and give me that massage again, like right here. I said, you know what? I'm out.
He was grabbing back the booty again.
Yeah, I'm out because you want to train that I didn't even buy a ticket for, bro. I'm out. Because if that's what you was into, then listen. And that's the thing I tell you. If your foreplay doesn't what do you say? Marion say, oh, hell no. Yes, he did, Marion.
He said, grab the booty again.
and Adonis said he's too ticklish for that. But that's the thing. We talked about everything on that in those texts or whatever for almost a year. And you never mentioned to me that in order for you to get off, you needed me to touch your butt. Mm-hmm. And then after all of that, he asked me to borrow money, $300, and I let him borrow it. And it took me.
Why did you do that?
Because I had it, and I gave him and it took me a year. I had to go on his Facebook page and dog walk him through with all. Why are you putting that on? No, bro. I told you nicely to give my money. And so Bobby went on your Facebook page and dog walked you all the way through that.
I told you
I wanted you to use your finger. Man, if I put my finger nowhere, because if I don't put it in mine, I ain't putting it in yours. He said he wanted this salad toss. Boy, listen, enough dressing in the world. Ain't enough ranch in the world.
Balsamic vinegar.
Yes. Ain't enough. Ain't enough. And so, in saying all of that, that was my bad. Because I did not understand that texting and talking to somebody, and that's when I learned my lesson that texting and talking is two totally different people. Mm-hmm. So start off good. Start off with foreplay. Foreplay should not last more than 10 minutes. If you're doing foreplay,
what you're doing.
Well, yeah, but listen, if even if you, but this is the thing. Even if you say it depends on what he's doing, if it depends on what he's doing, that means that the woman is is multi-orgasmic. That means she can have multiple orgasms. And a lot of women can't. Once they have that big one, they done. The other problem with that is if you let him keep doing that or whatever he's doing for more than 10 minutes, or you doing more than for 10 minutes or whatever, either he gonna come first and you're gonna be mad because it's gonna take him a minute to get it together, or you gonna come and that might be your biggest one and you don't do it again. And so to keep each other from finishing, and then y'all got that awkward moment where y'all trying to get it back together, you ain't got to do that. Just you need about 5 to 10 minutes unless your whole goal was just to do that. Because I know some people who only do the foreplay part and they're happy. I just wanted to get that and they go to sleep. That's what that helping hand is for.
I got 4 kids, so I mean, you know.
No, what you saying?
I said I got 4 kids. I mean, they here for a reason. Like I can just, it don't matter. Like you said, so it's true. Some people just need the foreplay. Some need just a couple of minutes. But I mean,
don't children shorten that because you have children? Don't the children, because you have children in your house. Yes. So it's not like you have to do dinner, you have to take care of him. So when the day, all the stuff you have to do during the day, doesn't that play a part in how long you have foreplay?
Well, it depends. Well, my children, they ain't little kids. They ain't sitting here like I got to change the diapers and everything. My kids are 11, 12, 14, and 18.
No, but it's not about changing the diapers. It's about they're old enough to be aware that y'all ain't in the room wrestling and y'all ain't in there playing Twister.
They old enough to know that to mind their business too.
Yeah, you talking about mind their business too, but they're aware.
They don't know. They don't know. They see he's gone most of the day because he's out there dashing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm at home. I'm very alert with them. But it's basically by the time it's time for them to go to bed, that's when we have our time. Mm-hmm. So
I don't have children, so I've never had the the only problem I ever had was trying to sneak somebody in. And not having my mama, or my daddy or whatever, know that's whatever. But I always assumed, and I'm, like you said, I'm wrong. I just always assumed that children would you would have to make sure you put something over your mouth and all that, and you can't make no noise, and if you do make noise, it have to be a minimal amount of noise, because I'm loud as hell. I'm talking shit throughout.
See, and even like getting that morning good, like
right.
It's just, hey, like you said, I just keep it to a bare minimum.
Yeah.
They probably up walking around, but my door closed, and all you hear is my YouTube white sounds. That's it.
Yeah, that's the thing for me too. I can't music. I can do music, but all that other stuff. Anyway, so let me I'm gonna show y'all the so I already showed you the what was this again? What's this?
That's the play
with me. So I showed y'all to play with me last week, but I'm gonna show you the it's so much larger than I thought. That picture makes it look, I don't know why they don't have people on there so you can see the scale of it. But honey, this I call this the Lizzo size, because a bigger, this is the it needs to be blown up again, but I'm not because it's loud. This is, you see that? With the handles on the side.
And then at the top.
And right here at the top. And so when you lay in the bed, you would put your body over the largest part of the wedge, and it would take, and it'll, hold on, and you would lay down on it. And when you lay down, it'll scoot your back and your booty up in the air, and your arms and stuff will go down this way. And so what you're going to do is when you blow this up, you're going to blow it up to it's not going to pop. You're going to blow it up until it's hard enough for you to be able to lean on it. It's so soft. It's very comfortable, and you're going to use, and you can use, and it takes it takes the weight off of your knees and your elbows. It has 2 sets of handles. I call these the man handles because if you live, huh?
I said, why you call them man handles?
This is what I'm about to explain to you.
Okay.
So these are on both sides, right? These are I call these the man's handles because if you're laid down on this far enough and you have your legs open and he's laying on top of you instead of you arching your back like that. No, you lay flat on it and he lays on you. He grab hold of these. He don't need no Timberlands for traction because this is going to give him all the leverage that he needs. The problem with this is if he more than 9 inches, he going to tear your life up. So be careful with these little handles because he can go in very, don't ask me how I know. I know. Okay. I call these the women's handles because if he's a big dude and he doesn't want to lay on you, or he has like a little fupa and you want him to go deeper or you want him to be closer to you, you're going to sit up a little bit. You're going to grab these handles right here and you're going to throw and tell him to hold on because now you can throw back because now you have this. Your weight is going to keep you from sliding all around. So I know you're thinking, well, this is going to keep moving. No, it's not because your weight is still on this. You're going to lay on it like this.
I don't have a preference, honestly.
Lean forward. You're going to have your elbows up. Everything gonna toot up higher, and you'll be holding on to these. Now, I don't think that both of y'all can hold on to it at the same time, but that's how I see it. You got the man handle, and then you got the little lady dainty handles, and I like the man handles. I ain't holding on to nothing. You hold on, and you do what you gotta do.
I don't have a preference.
Right. So then, when you're holding on, another way that you can do it because
handles, I like those ones.
Another way that you can do it is when you hold on to the what I call the lady handles on the side. You're going to hold on to those. And I love this because it is adjustable to how tall or how far away he is from you. Listen, he don't need to be all the way back here because he'll be a horse. You ain't want that. So you're going to adjust this. These are where he's going to put his hands in. And so I always say when he put his hands in, to put his hands in this way and grab hold like that. Instead of trying to hold it like this, because it pushed him further back. Tell him to put his hands in and grab hold to it like this. And then you have all the control that you need. So you're going to do that on both sides. He's going to put, in my case, it goes under my fupa. You don't want this around your stomach because that first good pull, you ain't gonna have no breath because he gonna knock the breath out of you. Put it as close to the top of, right at the top of your where your vagina starts and that crease is. Like if you have ever had a C-section, it's where that crease is. So you're gonna put that right at the top, right above that. In my case, like I said, big girls, it goes under your fupa, and he's gonna put it under there, and it's so soft. But if you have a problem with it, there's nothing wrong with probably putting a pillow right there and letting him pull on, especially if you got a big, strong man and he don't know his own strength. He's going to put that around you. You're going to hold on to the handles on the side, the little woman handles, and he'll be able to control his thrust and how far he goes in and out while he does what he does by using this little apparatus here. And so these two, I always think, go together. The other thing that I want to stress, and I can't find mine. I might have sold it or gave it away. But
Well,
is make sure that even though you might gush like Niagara Falls, always make sure that you have lube handy, because it's well, especially if you're going to use something more than this.
you
Listen,
gotta get the woman honey one.
yeah. We're gonna focus on lube next time. We're gonna talk about all the lubes she have, because all those lubes are not the same thing. Some of those are used for different stuff. I like the fact that she has a lube that deals basically with women that are going through menopause, and it keeps you from having that dry, irritated feeling. Wait a minute.
Who done made you put all your
that can't keep it up. No, if you got a man who does not know his stroke count and he can't keep up, don't do this. Don't do either one of these.
This is
because
advanced.
this is advanced. You're right, Marion, because he get hold of this.
He gonna pass out. He gonna pass out.
Yeah, two good pumps that he done. Because the way this love triangle toots you up, and the way the love triangle, he's going to be, instead of going straight in, he's going to be going down into
an angle.
Right, he's going to hit it at an angle, going down into it, and that's why it feels different when you're going down. It feels different when you're going straight missionary, and it feels different when you're going when you go up, when a woman is on top. And so you have to know which one of those ones that he likes the best. But if he never felt it like this, because doggy style is different, because a lot of people do it wrong. And her back is not arched, so he's not going down. He's just going straight in and out. And so, because she doesn't arch her back, she just sitting there going back and forth, like whatever, like just back and forth. And so it ain't no different. But when you're going down, the top of your vagina feels like there's a lump in it like this, and it has ridges on it. And then when you're on top of him and you're doing it, those ridges are closer. He doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to do that deep dive he usually does to feel those ridges. Those ridges, when you on top, is on his not only on the head of his penis, it is all the way to his shaft, because you are sitting down on him. And in order for him to get, and that feeling is just for the that's just the top of his, like the front of, the front end of his penis, like this. But that's when you're on top of him. But when he's behind you and he's doing that, and you arch your back and you're tooted up, that little bump thing is pushing pushing that lump with those ridges onto him in a way that is almost like what you do when you're doing Kegel exercises when you don't want to go to the bathroom. And if you're doing Kegel exercises, it's going to tear his mind up.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Kegel exercises really do work. I don't care how many children you have. If you begin doing that, I do. When I think about it, I do 50 at a time. Then I'll rest, and then I might think about it a couple of hours later, and I do it all day. And
Bedroom Candy still got the Kegel balls?
Yeah, and Bedroom Candy sells Kegel balls in different sizes. What happens is you start off.
It actually comes in a pack, because I got some.
Yeah,
and it actually comes in a pack, and then it's like different weights to them.
Yeah. And you advance as you go. It starts off small, and then the more you do it, the bigger the ball is, and the stronger your muscles are. I do it unnecessarily because I've never had children. You understand? I've never had children, and I don't. I talk like a hoe, but I'm not a hoe, and so I don't. I can probably count on both my hands how many people I've been with. I get saved church people to say that's bad, but I've never been with anybody unless I've been in a relationship with them. I don't do the one night stand thing because I catch feelings too quick. But you should Kegel, you should really get those Kegel. Let me see. Y'all say y'all can still see and hear me, right? So let me see what them, because I know she sells them.
Are they $49?
I'm looking now. It's called Hold On to Me, and it's a set of them. It's $45. You can get, and you get 2 of them. It's a set of them. And it hold on, and it says, why should you use Kegel? It says it strengthens and tones the PC muscles, improves the hold of your partner during intercourse. Because what you want to do is hold him in there. You don't want him to keep slipping out. You want to, when the head is getting ready to come out, I'm gonna tell y'all about that when I come back. Experience stronger, more intense orgasms, aid in pregnancy, childbirth, and recovery, and increase vagina lubrication and bladder control. So when
it helps you hold your pee. It helps.
Yeah, all of that. But the thing about Kegel muscle, when she said about helping you hold him, you don't use the Kegel muscles when he goes in. You tighten your Kegel muscles as he's going out. That way, when he gets to the edge to get ready to pull out, your muscle is going to grab hold to the little shelf under his penis and hold him in there. He gonna look up at you and say, "Bitch,
let me go." And you're like, nah.
You're not gonna do it as he's coming in. You're gonna do it as he's going out, and you're gonna hold it almost the whole way out. And by the time he get to the head, your vagina is holding on to that little shelf. So when he want to pull out, he still don't want to because it feels so good.
Locked and loaded.
Right.
Just locked in there.
So that's the good thing about Kegel, the Kegel exercises.
That's kind of fun.
But the problem with Kegel exercises is you shouldn't, when you first learning to do them by yourself at home, bruh. Because I started doing it with the Kegel thingy in the truck driving.
Mm-hmm.
Ran my dumb ass off the road because
what?
Because I didn't realize you could have an orgasm like that.
Yeah.
Almost ran off a bridge.
Not a whole bridge. What part of the country was you on?
Ohio. Coming down the side of a hill. 5,000 feet up in the air. And I was coming down the thing and I was doing Kegels going up. And we was on our way down and I realized, oh, you about to. And I sure did. And almost killed myself.
No.
And he asked me where those Kegel balls at now. Out the window. I threw them away. Because I threw them in the trash. I did. I no longer have them.
Okay.
Because that's
a good thing. Because you still here.
So now y'all know how they work. They're
still here. So that's a good thing.
So
not her mercy.
So Kegel exercises are good. I think that's it. What time and how long I've been on it? See, it's been an hour. That's good. An hour. So if you want, you can I was gonna meet y'all on TikTok, but I ain't mess with y'all because see y'all have me on this thing all day. They vibrating? No, they don't vibrate.
No vibrate.
They don't vibrate. They're just these little balls. They're soft, kind of. So you won't hurt yourself. You insert them in. It's like
you gotta use lube before you put them in there.
Yeah, there's like a tampon. And there's a little piece that hangs out. Go ahead.
Use lube before you put them in there.
Do what? Well,
I usually just sit there and put a dab of lube.
Yeah, you would do. Of course you would. Yeah, and that's the other thing about the lube. You would lube them up before you put them in there, because you don't want to put them in there and you dry. But I promise you, after the first 5 or 6 Kegels, you ain't gonna be dry no more, because you doing that. But you're also, even though you're doing that, when you're pulling on that, it's pulling on your clitoris too. And so that's where the stimulation comes from. And then I'm in a truck. Now the vibrating came from the truck. And you've never been in the cab of an 18-wheeler, honey. And so that's where it came from. That might have been the problem, but I bet you them Kegels over the side of that mountain in Ohio. But any more questions? Any more questions? Adonis, please be serious right now. I'm tired. If you have any questions, does anybody have any questions? Let me go back and make sure. I don't think I missed anything. So this is basically, and then to my next live, I will probably have a guest, and we'll be talking about this idea of what we think worth is. I've touched on it a few times, but I'm sorry, my eyes, it's time to take my contacts.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Because I'm tired. I'm just tired. And I was rubbing my eyes in the car today and didn't wash my hands. But so we'll be talking, and I'm gonna probably have a guest on to moderate. Not to moderate, but I like to have a guest on who usually thinks probably the opposite of what I'm thinking. I want it to be a good conversation, and so I'm gonna probably have a guest on here. But thank you all so much for coming. I know it looks like a lot of people not on here, and that's okay. It's okay. Some people go back. People be watching this video because I'm going to download it, and people will see it, and then the numbers will go up. Okay. But I really appreciate you, Marion. I think Pam was on here earlier, wasn't she? Or she's on my Facebook. And I'll go over there.
I'm going on Facebook.
Yeah, and we'll go over. I'm gonna go over there, and but I thank y'all for coming. It was really good. I think I did it good because I was sleepy, but I still did it. And the next time I'm on here will be next week at 8:00, and I'm going to have a guest, and we'll be talking about worth and this idea of thinking that we worth so much that can't nobody afford who we are, and then it just leads to loneliness and depression and sadness. So I'm getting ready to get off. My phone call coming in a little while. So I love y'all. I will see y'all on TikTok.
Love you. It was good seeing you today.
Good seeing you today too. I'm gonna go in there now, and I'm gonna try my best not to go on TikTok and be with y'all while I clean up. But I'm probably
you going on there.
I'm probably see y'all right on TikTok in a few minutes. All right, Marion. Good night. It's Friday night, y'all. Let's. I'll just probably cut some music on and just chill out. All right, love y'all.
Love you.
All tomorrow night.
Okay.
At our usual time. Peace out.
All right. Love you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Adonis.